Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! Episode 240! So tonight we're reviewing Sonic the Hedgehog, or...
Yep.
Okay, the Hedgehog.
It's not Sonic and the Hidden Temple of whatever.
No. I just didn't know if it was just Sonic.
Nope, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Cool. So, first things first. Shout out to our wine sponsor, Wing. Try.com/moviebitches. You get $22 off your first month of wine. Second, make sure to subscribe. Turn on the little bell notification.
Yes.
Turn on notifications on your phone is a thing that Google says to tell people to do.
Yeah.
So
if you want to get up to the minute when this review comes out, 3 months too late.
Yep.
Hey, you can be the first one to watch it.
Yeah. Shout out to our Patreon subscribers. $5 a month more gets you early access. $10 a month more gets you access to our viewing parties. And $100 a month or more lets you choose a retro review. So, Sonic the Hedgehog. So we had to see this film because of Jim Carrey.
So first of all, I love Sonic.
Yeah.
I had a Sega.
Yep.
It was the console. It was the console that I had. You know how?
Yeah, it was
basically, unless you were really rich, like you had a console, and that was the one that you had.
Yeah.
And Sonic 2 was the game that I had.
Yeah.
And I played it a lot. I think it came with the Sega.
I never had a Sega. What was it? Genesis. I had a Sega Dreamcast.
Oh.
Because I felt left out from not having had a Genesis. That I was like, I want my Sega now. But
it was a little too late.
It was too late. It was too late.
I still have my Sega.
Oh my god, I love it.
Huge fan of Sonic. Huge fan of Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
And also the controversy, it seemed like, because the trailer came out, the first trailer.
Yeah.
And, aside from the fact that Sonic looked like a scary monster, it seemed so boring.
So boring.
I mean, the scene that they put in the trailer wasn't even in the movie.
Which one?
I mean, the scene was, but the content wasn't. In the first trailer, it was the scene where he's yelling at that Admiral?
General? Right. No one cares. Who cares? Shut up. No one cares. Yeah.
So that was an extended, what felt like just an improv scene, which turns out, Jim Carrey improv'd a lot, but this was just like a really long, this isn't a trailer. What are we doing? So it seemed really boring, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. Because I really love Sonic and Jim Carrey. What did you do? You shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
But then, of course,
The controversy. Looks like a horrid nightmare. Let's fix that.
Let's make him look cute.
They fixed it. I thought they did a good job making it better. The nose still creeps me out.
Yeah, but that is his little nose.
Sure.
But they really nailed it with the marketing because, they leaned in. They were like,
oh, sure.
Okay, we will change it.
We heard you.
We heard you, fans. Oh, it became the #1 grossing video game movie of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It had a huge opening.
Oh, wow, good for them.
So I think they really did themselves a service.
Yes, smart.
People would have gone to see it out of curiosity.
Sure.
But I think it stoked such a fire in people that people that were maybe on the fence.
Yeah.
Then when they changed it, I gotta go see how they changed it. Is it a mess?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was really fun.
Yeah, so spoiler alert. Doesn't matter about spoilers for the movie, but I would say I would watch it. It was cute. It was fun. It was a good family kids movie.
It was all of that. It was what I've been asking for, honestly. And
Pretty much.
Part of it is nostalgia.
Yes.
When I was complaining so much about Detective Pikachu, part of that was, I don't know what this is. I don't know what these characters are. A small part of it. I still attest that Detective Pikachu was a mess and it was boring and et cetera, et cetera. But there was parts in this movie where I was like, I'm gleefully a kid. Oh, look, he's doing the jumping on it and it's Sonic. So, there was a certain percentage of me that enjoyed this even more because I'm a Sonic fan.
Fair.
I think.
I would say I'm more familiar with Sonic than I am with Pokemon.
With Pikachu.
But I'm not the only Sonic that I ever played was on my Sega Game Gear.
Oh.
Loved it. Loved swooping through, collecting those coins, but I don't have the
nostalgia,
the affinity, the nostalgia. But I still thought this was so much tighter and more successful of a film than Detective Pikachu.
It did the only thing I ask of a children's film, don't be boring.
Yeah.
Just don't be boring. If you're gonna be stupid, be short.
Sure.
And this knew what it was.
Yeah.
It was streamlined.
Yep.
The first 2 minutes was like, bam, you got all the exposition backstory you need. Done.
Yep.
I was like, thank you, film. Thank you. There was a talking owl. It told me about the backstory. I was like, great. What am I watching? This is nonsense. I love it.
It was.
It was like, there was like a talking owl with armor that's like, Sonic, you're the one. You're going to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. And I was like, yeah, I love it. Little baby Sonic. No, what
I believe in you, Sonic.
Yeah, I believe in you, Sonic. You got this. Do it. Jump through the ring. And I was like, yeah.
Cool.
And then it was like, Sonic the Hedgehog. Movie started.
Well, and I think for me, the movie started and it looked so stupid.
Yeah, I was like, great. It's going to be dumb.
That I was like, okay, great. This is just dumb.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine.
was very aware.
This isn't taking itself too seriously.
It wasn't taking itself seriously at all.
No.
And I really appreciated that. And I think having Jim Carrey, I'm just...
Camp it up.
I just love him.
Yeah.
I just love Jim Carrey. Everything he does, it's twice as funny. There's some other person doing the same thing. No, I don't care for that. Jim Carrey, laughing my ass off. It's like Chris Farley in that way.
Sure.
You're like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen and I'm peeing my pants laughing. Because it's Chris Farley.
Yeah.
There's something about it.
Yeah, that's like, they nailed that shtick. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you found what works and you nailed it. That's like Dumb and Dumber. It's so
Yeah,
stupid.
it's
like
so
you're
dumb.
like, this is so dumb, but I love it because it's so it works.
I'll be honest, I didn't hate Dumb and Dumber 2.
Dumb and Dumberer?
No, there was the prequel with Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah.
Or someone like that. There was like, and that was a no.
Yeah.
But when they brought Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels back,
Right.
I laughed.
Yeah.
It was very dumb.
I didn't see it.
So this felt like that. And
Yeah.
I think James Marsden as the lead, charismatic, fun,
Yep.
earnest.
Blue eyes that reflected Sonic. It was great.
I mean, he looks good.
He does look good.
He's doing it right. He's
Yeah.
living well.
Yes.
Whatever James Marsden is doing, living well.
Yeah.
And I think he's just really leaning into, like, he knows who he is.
You know who I want to see? What I want to see?
Huh.
A movie where James Marsden and who's the guy that's on Drag Race all the time and he was wearing the hot shorts and the cop?
Cheyenne?
Cheyenne Jackson.
Jackson?
Don't you think they could play brothers?
Yes!
Maybe sexy brothers? Maybe
Like-
gay lovers instead, or like boyfriend twins?
They're
I don't
either
know.
in love with each other or they're both just hot brothers.
Yeah.
Doing hot stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there were certain times where I was like,
Like fraternal twins.
That's not him.
Or maternal. No. Whatever.
Fraternal.
Fraternal twins.
is where they're not identical.
We're not identical.
Anyway.
So, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. We laughed genuinely a lot.
Yeah, I never was like cracking up. It's not that kind of movie.
You were. We were.
I was laughing out loud.
We laughed hard. Like,
Yes.
I didn't come to tears from
No.
laughing hysterically.
No.
You know, it's not Liar Liar. When I was pissed myself in the theater. It's not that.
No.
I'm kicking my ass, do you mind?
Flew right by.
Flew by. Paced well. I thought Ben Schwartz is the voice of Sonic.
Right.
That he did a great job
Yeah.
because I didn't know it was him.
Nope.
But he had a lot of personality. He brought the, like cockiness of
Yeah.
Sonic, but he was still really
He
cute.
was very
and sweet.
endearing. It was a sweet storyline of like, he just wants a friend.
Yeah. They kept it so simple.
Yeah.
Just, I'm lonely. I'm an alien hedgehog from
And he has
outer
something
space.
special that everyone wants to steal. They want to steal
Everyone
his
wants
power.
They want to steal it, and James Marsden is just a nice, animal-loving guy.
I love
He's gonna
that.
help him. And there's a bad guy that wants his power, and he's crazy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I got it.
Well, I got it.
No need to overcomplicate this.
No.
Turning people into Pikachus and
Oh my god.
making them. What was the plot of that movie?
I was so well because he was trying to. He was
wanted to
doing
be out of his
research to
wheelchair.
use them to get out of his wheelchair, and in doing so, then he created the technology to use the Mewtwo to.
With the powder to turn people into their familiar Pikachu Pokemons.
But why?
It was very complicated.
It was.
And it was Jim Carrey's motivation very simple? Yes. Was I completely invested in what
I
was
mean,
happening?
it was just that he was bullied and he was too smart for everyone, right?
But like they explained it all in
Yes.
character development.
Well,
in
they
dialogue.
actually knew what his
Yeah.
motivation was.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
I loved it, and apparently they just let him go.
Of course.
Like all that dancing stuff with the music.
Oh, good.
Like his direction was, there's music.
I love
Figure it out. Do
I
something.
Love it. So, I mean, that was one of the silliest scenes where I was
Yeah.
just like, well, this is just nonsense.
He was-
but I love it.
Deliciously evil.
Yes. I mean,
Like he was Tim Curry level.
Oh,
like,
yes. It was definitely Tim Curry level of like chewing the scenery.
chewing it up. Just
I
like
mean-
feasting on the scenery.
Yes. The silly little mustache.
Ooh. I I had a great time.
I didn't feel like it was dumbing anything down.
No.
Even though it was a simple, family, kid-friendly plot. But also adults won't be like, ugh, this is so stupid.
Or, ugh, this is so boring.
Right.
That's my biggest problem with kids' movies. I just don't know why they're so boring.
Or like, I also like, I don't understand why kids' movies so often these days don't have a moral. Or a plot.
Yeah.
Or a, like...
A heart?
A heart. Yeah, it's just kind of these, like, inane, like, oh, and then we tried to entertain your kid for a little while.
Right.
That's what I really loved about The Missing Link. I know I feel like a broken record.
Right.
But, like...
And Spider-Verse.
And Into the Spider-Verse.
Fucking great.
Yes.
It wasn't talking down to people.
No. It was like, here's a story that we're going to tell you that's important. And here's why it's important.
And also, I'm having a fun time doing it.
Exactly. Love it. Be nice to animals.
Yeah.
It's the moral of this story.
Yeah.
Basically.
Make a friend.
Yeah, make a friend.
Believe in yourself. Do some things that you've been meaning to do. Great. Well, and there was a lot of fun little winks
Okay.
from the game and stuff like that.
Oh, sure,
which were
sure.
Fun. But it didn't seem like, you know,
No.
it was not that.
Well, I think that's actually, going back to Pikachu, where they got bogged down was like trying to incorporate the lore of like,
Well, and
here's
there's
all of
so
the
many more Pikachus.
Well, that's true.
Like, they probably were like, well,
Pokemon.
oh, right. Like, I just don't know about it.
It's fine.
But there's so many more Pokemon.
Yeah.
That I'm sure it was like, oh, we gotta put, that one's my daughter's favorite. Oh,
Right.
that one's everyone else's favorite. Oh, that one sold the most Beanie Babies. I don't know, fucking, so there's so many, right?
Yeah.
With Sonic, it's just Sonic. It's fine,
Sure, wow.
I mean, and then, oh boy, so excited. So the whole time I was like, where's Tails? Tails was my favorite. Where is he? I'm so excited. He's gotta show up. They're gonna like tease him for a sequel, and they did. I was genuinely gleeful with childhood wonderment when Tails showed up.
Yeah. And then they also had a little like story of Jim Carrey on Mushroom World
He
with
gets
his crazy mustache.
Plumed mustache.
Yeah.
Am I here for the sequel to this movie? Yeah.
I kind of am.
Keep it fun, simple. We don't have to make it huge.
Nope.
This didn't become, and then the planet is exploding and whatever. It was just we need to get these rings because we set it up properly.
Yep.
That they fell into that hole. I mean, I saw where it was going, obviously. He drops his rings into the dimension and it goes to San Francisco. And that's
San Francisco.
And that's where James Marsden's wife happens to be. And I was like, I see where this is going. It's a children's film.
Yes.
But let's not overcomplicate it. It was great.
It was great.
At first, Jim Carrey shows up and he's got all these drones.
Oh my god.
And then stuff escalates and they're all shooting all these bullets or whatever. And I love that Sonic was like, well, this seems excessive. Because I was like,
wow.
A, yes, and B, yes, the game was absolutely like, bah, 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 like I'm shooting all these bullets and I'm never getting hurt and whatever. And I love that they like called it out.
That. See, there you go. Because I don't think that was part of like the Game Gear one.
Probably not.
It was more, that one was just pretty like Mario-esque.
Right.
Where it was like, and then you gotta go through the loop-de-loops and collect the coins and pop the things and fight someone by spinning and jumping and,
Right.
I don't know.
Well, even I'm thinking about like Power Rangers, which is IP that I love, right? Mm-hmm. That movie was so boring.
Well, and convoluted and a mess.
Convoluted and a mess. Just make it simple. Just let Elizabeth Banks be a camp-tacular
villain.
Villainess, yes.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
If that movie had been shorter and had some charismatic kids in it, would have been really fun.
Sure. They needed to kind of cheese it up a little bit.
Have a little more high school, like, oh, hey,
what
are you doing down at the peach pit? What? Let's have smoothies. Oh my god, a giant pig monster. Ah!
Sure.
Make it silly and fun.
Yeah.
And then I love that they called out James Marsden when, because so he's wearing this, like, very tight San Francisco t-shirt.
Yeah, oh my god.
And I was like, what is with this t-shirt? What's going on? Like, he's gonna move there, so he has to wear a San Francisco t-shirt. And then later, Sonic calls him out with your
skin-tight t-shirts.
I was like, I like that.
Yeah. That was one of the moments, too, where it was, like, self-aware. Where it was like, I was like, God, this is excessive. That it's, like, shooting up this entire house and whatever.
Yeah.
And then he goes, this is excessive. I was like, oh, good. Yeah. And it's like, this skin-tight shirt. Oh, good. Yeah, they get it. They see what they...
I appreciate this.
Yeah.
And another, like, fun callback to the game, which wasn't super in-your-face obvious. At the end, big showdown. Oh, my God. He's fighting Dr. Robotnik in his ship. Mm-hmm. And he's... jumping on, like, just like you did in the video game.
Sure.
But it wasn't, like,
boo-boo.
Obvious. Like, it took me a few jumps for me to be like, oh, shit, they're doing that. That's fun. I like that. Oh, you gotta jump. Okay, count to 3 and spin under him and then bam. You know,
Sure,
it's like,
sure.
It brought me back. Some sense memory.
Oh my god, I love it. I thought they did a really good job of adapting a video game that like doesn't have, you know, like
There's not a lot of lore. I mean, there is, but there isn't.
it's like an old video game where it was just kind of like, isn't this fun? Not like a new video game where it's like, and then we have all of these cutscenes and whatever.
Right.
You know, like
There's not a storyline.
No, but they did a good job of turning that IP into something that I thought was a simple, successful story.
Similar to, I can't believe I'm defending this movie, similar to Pixels, which was like dumb and fun.
Yes.
Bad.
That was much worse than this.
Much worse. But like.
But I remember we didn't hate that movie.
It was fast. It wasn't boring.
And there was a simple plot that made sense. Just give me a plot that makes sense. It shouldn't be that hard.
Right, you don't have to overly complicate everything.
No.
You know, not everyone can make a Fincher movie, you know?
Right.
It's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Children don't want to watch David Fincher movies. That's okay. I do want to talk about one thing that was weird.
Okay.
Jim Carrey's goggles.
Oh my god.
It was really, so he's wearing like welding goggles almost. You know, like
in the
game. They really don't seem to be attached to anything.
No, they're just like suction. I think they're high-tech suction goggles.
But how do they do it in real life? High-tech suction goggles?
Maybe. Or they like CGI'd it out. Because that seems excessive.
Well, and it didn't look dumb, like CGI'd. Like, and he kept putting them on and off.
Yeah, he would like...
As if there was a band behind it.
Right.
Or something. And I was just very fascinated by it. I really...
Yeah, I don't know.
I was looking intensely at it, trying to figure it out. Because I kept being like, is there like a tray? Or is it... No? What is it? What's going on?
Maybe
they were just on or just off.
Yeah.
But he kept moving them.
Maybe they were sticky. You know, like maybe on the set they were just like...
Sure.
Oh, and then it sticks to your forehead.
But for him to physically have them stuck to his forehead and then move them perfectly to his eyes and have them stick...
Impressive.
Bravo to the costume designer.
Sure.
I was intrigued.
Yeah. It was magical.
It was magical because he's, you know, a genius, magical tech
crazy person.
Drone person. I mean, they could have even leaned in a little bit more to like the droneness of it all.
Well, sure. I mean, I love that joke of like, can you believe Amazon was going to deliver packages with this shit?
And it's like
I also loved when like they had this tank that then they blow up and then a tiny baby tank comes out of the tank.
And then a tiny one-legged, one-wheeled tank comes out and then a little baby fly. It was great because that's so from the game. Like, I mean, there was no like bouncing little bunny rabbits and remember how whenever it would like to explode, there'd be like little bunnies and various creatures that escaped.
Yeah. Now, I'm just thinking, where's the Crash Bandicoot movie?
Well, this movie made enough fucking money that...
Right, maybe. I would be fully down for a Crash Bandicoot movie.
Because it would be like Lara Croft Kids edition Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Because he was always like jumping through temples and shit,
like
puzzling around. And it's like, a female archaeologist goes into the jungles of...
Wherever.
Peru, whatever.
Sure.
Somewhere, right?
Yeah.
We've never been here before.
Uncovers a crazy glowing gem.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then her and Crash Bandicoot become friends.
Yep.
Does he talk? I mean, in the game? Does he have like speech bubbles? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay.
There was some sort of communication.
So he talks.
Yeah.
And they become friends and they have to solve some sort of ancient...
And I think there's like an evil
puzzle.
Scientist in that too.
Sure. And there's a puzzle and you have to get to the end of the level and it's fun.
More or less, yeah. Maybe less of the video game puzzle solving thing.
No, but there can be some puzzles.
Sure.
That's not the whole plot.
Right.
But like, they're in the jungles. She befriends him.
Yep.
They're trying to get him and or he knows the secret of the crystal and whatever.
Right. Because she finds the crystal, she's now in danger from the evil doctor. Yeah. And then he's going to help her and together they're going to defeat him.
Love it.
Yeah. Great.
Here for it. Green light that shit.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Where's the Kirby's Dream Land movie? Oh my god. Get weird with it. Get weird.
I was just thinking of, oh god, what was it called? Did you ever play Rayman?
Rayman?
Yeah.
No.
Rayman was this weird, he was like a floating hands and like maybe a face or something. I don't know. It was kind of fun. He had like a weird kind of floating body.
No, I don't remember
It was
this.
it was a more of like a surreal-y one.
Okay.
But it was kind of fun. I don't know how well you could turn that into a movie.
Well, now I'm like, where's the Earthworm Jim movie?
Oh.
Let's go deep dive. Let's get the weird IPs that no one remembers.
There was another video game, a PlayStation game, I think, that I would play that had like this giant bunny that you made me think about with the bunnies.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to remember what it was called.
Jumping Flash.
Ready to go?
I didn't
really
have a
weird.
PlayStation.
Oh, really?
Just my friends did, so I played whenever they...
PlayStation was the first one. My uncle gave us a PlayStation. We were like so excited.
Yeah.
And then we got the N64. I was one of those kids.
You
that
had all
both.
of them.
Well, and then eventually I got the Sega
My
Dreamcast, and I was like, what am
goodness.
I know. I still have the PlayStation 1 and the N64.
What? Mario Kart.
Mario Kart all day long. Ugh.
And could they make a Mario Kart video game?
No. What's the plot?
It's Days of Thunder. It's who cares? You know, they have to win the race and Mario has to...
Maybe if it was like the Thunderdome version of it, where like, you know,
Shit got real?
the battle and you had the 3 balloons.
Oh, sure. I mean, now we're getting dark.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. It's weird. That
I would be
more.
I'm more down for things that don't necessarily have a bunch of plot and that are deep cuts
Sure.
to reboot, to like, that it's just like...
Oh, because then you can apply any plot
You
to
can do
it.
whatever you want, like
Right.
with like
Here
this-
we are in Super Koopa Beach or whatever, and I don't know.
we can make it some sort of portal dimension time traveling
Ooh.
kind of, and now we're on Super Koopa Beach. What? And then like Rainbow Bridge is when they all accidentally lick the mushrooms or whatever, and they're like, what? This is crazy.
Silly.
Love it.
So you're saying that there's a scene in this kids movie where they drive on acid?
Yeah.
That's gonna
Yes.
definitely get green.
I'm a child of the 80s.
I know,
Yes, of course I want there to be a scene where they all do drugs. Hello. If they did it like this, if they did it right. I mean, I'm not saying this movie was perfect.
No, but it was really fun.
It knew exactly what it was.
Yep.
It was short, it was
Yep.
fun, it was funny, it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Hey, it had just enough fan service.
Yeah.
I was here for it.
I was here. This would be a perfect movie to have a bottle of wine and watch it on like a Friday night. You know what I mean? You don't think so? If you were like, ugh, I don't feel like doing anything, let's just watch a stupid movie, I would
Yes.
totally watch
If it's-
Sonic,
if it's starring
open a bottle
Jim
of wine,
Carrey, yeah.
eat some chocolate, and just be like,
If
yeah.
Jim Carrey's in it, yes.
You saw the movie that we just watched.
No, I know, but I'm saying like I feel like Jim Carrey's a big portion of this Friday night scenario for me.
Okay.
Because he's so funny. So funny.
That's what I'm saying. This movie that we watched, that we're reviewing currently,
Yeah, sure.
would be fun to watch on streaming at like a Friday night with a bottle of wine.
Yeah. Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he is in this movie,
Can he
yeah.
be in everything? I mean, not everything, but like everything that's right for him.
Everything that's right for him. I do hope that, like, where has he been? Give
You
me
know,
more-
he was having like a meltdown there for a minute.
Oh gosh, I didn't know that.
He was like, I'm from a different planet. Things
Oh,
were happening. It
okay.
got weird.
Okay, well hopefully
Got weird.
he's in a good place,
I-
and hopefully he
I
does
hope-
some more work.
All the best for him, and
Yes.
I hope he just makes funny, fun movies.
So
Cheers!
Jim Carrey and Sonic. This was fun. I liked it.